Texas Scorecard presents the day's first news for the Lone Star State. The Texas Minute, with your host, Michael Quinn Sullivan.
Thanks for starting the end of your week with the Texas Minute. If you enjoy the Texas Minute or just find it useful, please share the show with your friends and family. You can also give it a rating on your podcast app, click thumbs up on YouTube, and tap like on X. Let's jump into the news. Republicans are highlighting Democrat U.S. Representative Vicente Gonzalez's legal record in South Texas as they seek to draw a contrast with GOP challenger Eric Flores in the race for Texas's 34th congressional district. Before serving in Congress, Gonzalez represented defendants in multiple drug trafficking and alien smuggling cases during his years in private practice. The cases include federal alien smuggling prosecutions, large-scale marijuana trafficking matters, and an MDMA distribution case. The GOP effort is part of a broader attempt to make border security and crime central issues in the South Texas race. Gonzalez's record is in direct contrast to Eric Flores, a former assistant U.S. attorney who has campaigned on his record of prosecuting cartel-connected traffickers and human smugglers. A federal appellate court has upheld the city of New Braunfels' regulations on short-term property rentals. It's a case that pits a homeowner's assumed right to lease their property on a short-term basis against a local government's interest in protecting the character of its neighborhoods. Back in 2006, the city of New Braunfels enacted a comprehensive zoning ordinance. This included certain restrictions on the occupancy of 1- or 2-unit dwellings for less than 30 consecutive days outside of certain commercial districts, and it also prohibited short-term rentals in certain districts that are zoned residential. The plaintiffs in the case purchased their properties after the ordinance was passed. They sued the city, asserting, among other things, that the right to lease is an inherent liberty and property right. The courts have disagreed, siding with the city of New Braunfels. This fight isn't isolated to Texas. Cities across the country and around the world have begun to crack down on Airbnb-style rentals in residential neighborhoods in order to preserve what they call community character in light of increased nuisance party houses. The Texas Minute will be right back.
News and analysis on what's happening in Texas. End your day with daily headlines from Texas Scorecard. Every day at 5 p.m., join me, Brandon Waltons, as we recap the biggest stories of the day and talk about why they matter to you. From the state capitol to town hall, there's no shortage of events happening. Keep up with it all. Watch and subscribe to Daily Headlines from Texas Scorecard.
A coalition of 17 states says a new California law would raise prices and burden interstate commerce. Among those challenging California's Plastics Act is Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton. He argues that it imposes burdensome regulations on companies doing business with California and that it will increase the cost for all Americans. The law places new requirements on goods containing plastic that are shipped into and out of California, affecting producers and consumers nationwide. Besides imposing, quote, unnecessary regulations, Paxton said the net effect of the law will be to make the goods Americans purchase more unaffordable. You can keep up with the latest news impacting the Lone Star State by visiting TexasScorecard.com. This edition of the Texas Minute was based on the original reporting of Eddie Hovland, Brandon Waltons, Travis Morgan, and Mary Berg. The show is produced and delivered to you each weekday morning by Nick Shepard. I look forward to seeing you out around the Lone Star State. Now, go make it a great weekend.